Hello, my dear children. Welcome to the mathematics class. Today we are going to discuss limits and derivatives. In this chapter, we have discussed the concepts of exercise 13.1 in the previous class. Okay, my dear children, the concepts of exercise 13.1 were completed. I hope you understood the concepts of exercise 13.1 well. Okay, my dear children. Now come to the sums. Now today we are going to discuss the sums in the exercise 13.1. Page number 301 in the textbook. Okay, my children, are you ready to listen the class? Right. Come to the question number 1. First question. Evaluate as extends to 3. You should learn how to read the question also, my children. As extends to 3, limit of x plus 3. We have to evaluate limit of this function as extends to 3. So you come to the solution part, my children. This is a polynomial function. So we can use substitution method. I said many times, when we are evaluating the limit of a function, first and foremost method is substitution method. If the first method fails, then we go to the next method. Okay, my children, keep this point in your mind. So as x tends to 3, limit of x plus 3 is equal to, we substitute x is equal to 3 because here x is approaching 3. Okay, my children, understood this part. So 3 plus 3 by substitution method. But in the examination, you need not write this sentence. Okay, my children, directly you can substitute x is equal to 3, the given polynomial. Okay, my children, understood? Right. 3 plus 3, what will get? 6. That is the limit of the given function as x tends to 3. Therefore, as x tends to 3, limit of x plus 3 is equal to 6. Understood, my children? Right. Come to the next question, that is question number 2. Evaluate as x tends to pi limit of x minus 22 by 7. Okay, my children, understood this question. Here x is approaching to pi. Then we have to find the limit of this function. Okay, my children, come to the solution part. As x tends to pi, limit of x minus 22 by 7. We use a substitution method. Okay, my children. For which number the x is tending to? Yes, x is tending to. X is approaching to pi. So we substitute pi minus 22 by 7. That's all. We should not write here to pi value 22 by 7 or pi is equal to 180 degrees. You should not write. Okay, my children, because it is not mentioned here. Okay, my children. Right. By substitution method. This is the limit of this given function. That's all. Therefore, as x tends to pi, limit of x minus 22 by 7 is equal to pi minus 22 by 7. This is the limit of this function as x tends to pi. Understood, my children? Right. Now come to the next question, that is third question in the exercise. Evaluate as x tends to 1 limit of pi r square. Okay, my children, understood this question? We have to find the limit of this function pi r square as x is approaching to 1. Okay, my children? Right. Come to the solution part. As x tends to 1, limit of pi r square is equal to, here also first we apply the substitution method. If in this method, if we get a finite real number, then it is answer. If we are not able to get a finite real number, then we go to the next method. Okay, my children, please keep this point in your mind. my dear children. So by using the substitution method, we get pi into 1 square by substitution method we get this step. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. That is equal to pi into 1 square. What is the value of 1 square? 1. So pi into 1, 1 only. This is the limit of this function. Therefore, as x tends to 1, limit pi r square is equal to pi. So this is the limit of this function as x is approaching to 1. Understood, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question, question number 4. Evaluate as x tends to 4, limit of 4x plus 3 by x minus 2. Understood this question, my dear children? We have to evaluate the limit of this function as x is approaching to 4. Okay, my dear children? Right. Come to the solution part. As x tends to 4, limit of 4x plus 3 by x minus 2. Let us check, let us verify by substitution method whether we are getting a finite real number or not. Okay, my dear children? If you are not able to get a finite real number, then we go to the next method. Okay, my dear children? Right. So 4 into 4 plus 3 by 4 minus 2. Here I am substituting x is equal to 4 because as x is approaching to 4. So in this expression we are substituting x is equal to 4. Understood this step, my children? By substitution method. By substitution method we got to this step. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now let us simplify this value. Let us find the value. 4 4s are 16 plus 3 we get in the numerator by in the denominator. What you get? 4 minus 2, 2 only. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to in the numerator what will you get? 16 plus 3, 19 by 2. So it is a finite real number. So this finite real number is said to be limit of this function as x is approaching to 4. Okay, my children, understood this point? Right. Therefore, as x tends to 4, limit of 4x plus 3 by x minus 2 is equal to 19 by 2. Understood, my children? Right. Now come to the next question, that is question number 5. Evaluate as x tends to minus 1, limit of x to the power of 10 plus x to the power of 5 plus 1 whole divided by x minus 1. Okay, my children, understood the question? Right. Come to the solution part. As x tends to minus 1, limit of x to the power of 10 plus x to the power of 5 plus 1 whole divided by x minus 1. Okay, my children. Now we check. First method is a substitution method only. First we follow that method only. Okay, my children. Blindly, straight away, we substitute x value. What is the value? The x is approaching to minus 1. So substitute x is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 whole to the power of 10 plus minus 1 whole to the power of 5 plus 1. Understood this numerator part, my children? Whole divided by minus 1, minus 1. By substituting x is equal to minus 1. Why we to substitute x is equal to minus 1? Because here the variable x is approaching to minus 1. So we have to substitute x is equal to minus 1 in this function. Okay, my children? Understood? So by substitution method. But in the examination, please remember this point, my dear children. You need not write this sentence. Okay, my dear children? Right. Understood this step, my dear children? Right. Now we calculate. We simplify this number. What will get here? Minus 1 whole to the power of 10. Minus 1 whole to the power of a even number. Then we get 1. Minus 1 whole to the power of an odd number. Then we get its value is minus 1. So here we get minus 1. Okay, my children, understood this term. So plus 1 whole divided by minus 1 minus 1. What will get? Minus 2. Understood the denominator, my children? Right. Here plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. Final what will get? 1 by minus 2. That is equal to minus 1 by 2. We can write the negative sign to the numerator. Okay, my children, understood? Right. Therefore, as x tends to minus 1, here we got a real number. So, we in the substitution method itself, we got the limit of this function. Okay, my children? So, we need not to go to the next method. Okay, my children, understood? So, x to the power of 10 plus x to the power of 5 plus 1 by x minus 1 is equal to minus 1 by 2. Understood, my children? Right. Now come to the next question, that is question number 6. Evaluate as x tends to 0 limit of x plus 1 whole power 5 minus 1 by x. Understood this question, my children? We had to find the limit of this function as x is approaching to 0. Okay, my children, understood the question? Right. Come to the solution part. As x tends to 0, limit of x plus 1 whole power 5 minus 1 whole divided by x. Okay, my children? Right. First, let us follow substitution method. Let us apply substitution method. What is meant by substitution method? We have to substitute the value of x. What is the value of x here? 0. Because here x is approaching to 0. So what will you get here? 0 plus 1 whole power 5 minus 1 whole divided by 0. By substitution method, we get this step. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now let us simplify this number. What will get at 0 plus 1? 1. 1 per 5. What will get? 1 only. Understood this first term, my children? Minus 1 by 0. Understood this step, my children? Right. This is equal to, in the numerator, what will get? 1 minus 1? 0 by 0. This is called indeterminate form. But we should not get indeterminate form when we are evaluating limit of a function, which is so we can't say the limit of this function is this number. Understood this point, my children? So we go to the next method. Okay, my children? So let us modify this number, modify this question according to our convenient. So put x plus 1, put y is equal to x plus 1. Let us assume that x plus 1 is equal to y. Okay, my children? Now, as x tends to 0, then y tends to, put x is equal to 0, what will you get here? 1. Understood this step, my children? As x tends to 0, means we put x is equal to 0 here, what will you get? Y is equal to 1. So, y tends to 0, y is approaching to 1. And we substitute again from this one, what is the x value? X is equal to y minus 1. So we substitute this value, and this value in the given question. Okay, my children, understood? Because for our convenience, we are converting this question into a standard limit. Okay, my children, for that only we are doing this part. Understood? So as x tends to 0, in this place we have to write y tends to 1. As y tends to 1, limit, okay, my children, here as x tends to 0, but it changes to y tends to 1. Y is approaching to 1. Limit of x plus 1. What is x plus 1 here? Y. Y power 5. Understood this y power 5, my children? Right. Minus 1. We write numerical values as it is. By x is there. What is the value of x here? Y minus 1. Understood this step, my children? As y tends to 1, limit of y power 5 minus 1 by y minus 1. Understood this one, my children? Right. Here, 1 can be written as 1 power 5 or not? Yes. So, if you observe this limit, if this function, it is in the form of x power n minus a power n by x minus a, isn't it or not, my children? So the given question is converted, transformed into standard limit as x tends to a. Do you remember that formula, my children? As x tends to a, limit of x power n minus a power n by x minus a, where x is y here and a means 1. Okay, my children? So n means here 5. So n into a power n minus 1, because as x tends to a, limit x power n minus a power n by x minus a is equal to n into a power n minus 1, where x is equal to y here, a means 1 here. Understood this point, my children? Right. N means 5. So we used this standard limit to evaluate the limit of this function. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to 5 into 1 to the power of 5 minus 1. What will get? 4. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to 5 into 1 to the power of 4. What is the value of 1 to the power of 4? 1. So 5 into 1, 5 only. So this is the limit of the given function as x tends to 0. So therefore finally we can write as x tends to 0, limit of x plus 1 whole power 5 minus 1 whole divided by x is equal to 5. Understood, my children? Right. Come to the next question, that is question number 7. Okay, my children. Evaluate as x tends to 2, limit of 3x square minus x minus 10 by x square minus 4. Understood this question, my children? We have to evaluate limit of this function as x is approaching to 2. Okay, my children, understood this question? Right. Come to the solution part. As x tends to 2, limit of 3x square minus x minus 10 by x square minus 4. What I said, when we are evaluating limit of a function, we should follow first and foremost method is substitution method. Okay, my children? Right. So let us substitute x value. What is x value here? We should substitute x is equal to 2. Not our wish, because here this number is approaching to 2. So we have to substitute x is equal to 2 in the given function. So 3 into 2 square minus 2 minus 10 whole divided by 2 square minus 4 by substitution method. By substitution method, we got this step. Understood this step, my children? I substituted x is equal to 2 because here x is approaching to 2. So in this function, we substituted x is equal to 2. Okay, my children, understood this step? Right. Now let us simplify this number. In the numerator, what will you get? 3 into, what is the value of 2 square? 4. Okay, my children, understood this part? Right. Minus 2 minus 10, what will you get? Minus 12. By simplifying these two numbers, what will you get? Minus 12. Isn't it or not, my children? Right. Whole divided by, what is the value of 2 square? 4 minus 4. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to 3 4s are 12. Understood this 12, my children? Right, minus 12 by 4 minus 4, what will you get? 0. Okay, my children, understood this step? Right. In the numerator, what will you get? 12 minus 12, 0 by 0, which is an indeterminate form. But we should not get indeterminate form when we are evaluating limit of a function. Okay, my children, keep this point in your mind, which is we have discussed what are the indeterminate forms. Total 7 indeterminate forms are there. When we are discussing the concepts of this exercise 13.1, we have discussed indeterminate forms. Total 7 indeterminate forms are there, out of which this is the first indeterminate form, 0 by 0. Do you remember that point, my children? Right. So here substitution method is failed. So we go to some other method. We follow some other method to find, to evaluate the limit of this function as extends to 2. Okay, my children? Right. So here we use factorization method. In the numerator as well as in the denominator, we got 0, 0. Means x minus 2 is a factor of this denominator as well as for the numerator also. So we factorize this polynomial as well as in the denominator also. Okay, my children. So we are using here factorization method. Here we are following factorization method because numerator is also polynomial, denominator is also polynomial. So we can factorize these two polynomials. Okay, my children. So as x tends to 2, limit 3x square minus x minus 10 by x square minus 4 is equal to, as x tends to 2, limit, let us factorize this quadratic polynomial. You know, splitting the middle term method. Do you remember that method, my children? We use that method to factorize this quadratic polynomial. 3 tens are 30. So, middle is minus 1. Let us factorize 3x square minus 6x plus 5x minus 10 whole divided by, this can be written as x square minus 2 square. Okay, my children, in the denominator I wrote this polynomial, quadratic polynomial in the form of a square minus b square. Understood this denominator, my children? Here numerator also, the numerator polynomial is written by using the splitting the middle term method. Understood this step, my children? Minus 6x plus 5x, what will you get? Minus x only. We wrote first and last terms as it is, 3x square minus 10. We wrote these two terms as it is. We splitted the middle term like this. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to, as x tends to 2, limit from these first two terms, 3x is a common factor. Isn't it or not, my children? Right. 3x into, what you will get here? If you take out the common factor 3x, x minus 2 from these two terms. Isn't it or not, my children? Right. From the last two terms, what is the common factor? 5. 5 is a common factor. So we take it out, the common factor 5. Then what will you get? X minus 2. Understood this step, my children? If you use a distributive property, 5 into x, 5x, 5 into minus 2, minus 10. We get the same terms. Understood this step, my children? Right. Whole divided by, it is in the form of a square minus b square. We factorize a plus b into a minus b. Okay, my children, understood this step? Right. Because a square minus b square is equal to, in the denominator we used this algebraic identity, then we got this denominator. Understood, my dear children? Right. That is equal to, as x tends to 2, limit of, again we take out x minus 2 from these two terms. What will you get? X minus 2 into, then what will you get? 3x plus 5 whole divided by x plus 2 into x minus 2, or x minus 2 into x plus 2. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now we strike out x minus 2. Understood this step, my children? We strike it out the factor, common factor, x minus 2, x minus 2. Okay, my children? Right. Here, what you got, as x tends to 2, limit, what is the function left here? We write the function in the next step. That is equal to, as x tends to 2, limit x plus 3x plus 5, the remaining function, we write the remaining function. Understood this step, my children? Only 3x plus 5 is left in the numerator, and in the denominator only x plus 2 is left. So we wrote that part. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now in this stage, in this step, we use a substitution method. Again we follow substitution method. So that is equal to 3 into 2 plus 5 by 2 plus 2 by substitution method. By substitution method we got this step. Understood this step, my children? Because x is approaching to 2. So we substitute x is equal to 2 in this entire function. Then we got this step. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now let us simplify this number. That is equal to, in the numerator what will you get? 3 2s are 6 plus 5 by, in the denominator what will you get here? 2 plus 2, 4. Understood this step, my children? Right. This is equal to, what will you get? 11 by 4. 6 plus 5, what will you get? 11 by 4. This is the limit of the given function as x tends to 2. Therefore, finally we write, as x tends to 2, limit 3x square minus x plus 10 by minus 10 by x square minus 4 is equal to 11 by 4. This is this finite real number is said to be limit of this function as x tends to 2. Understood, my dear children? Right. Now come to the next question, that is question number 8. Evaluate as x tends to 3 limit of x power 4 minus 81 whole divided by 2x square minus 5x minus 3. Okay, my children, understood this question? We have to find limit of this function as x is approaching to 3. Okay, my children? Right. Come to the solution part. As x tends to 3, limit of x power 4 minus 81 whole divided by 2x square minus 5x minus 3. Okay, my children? What I said, first and foremost method is a substitution method. When we are evaluating the limit of a function, first apply substitution method. In case we get indeterminate form, then we go to the some other method. We follow some other method in that case. Okay, my children? Right. Now, what is the number x is approaching to? 3. So we substitute x is equal to 3 in this function. Then what will you get? 3 power 4 minus 81 by 2 into 3 square minus 5 into 3 minus 3 by substitution method. Understood this step, my children? By substitution method we got this step. Substitution method means just we substitute x value. X is equal to 3 in the given function. In the numerator 3 power 4 minus 81 whole divided by, in the denominator also we substituted x is equal to 3. Understood this step, my children? Right. Now let us simplify this number. What will you get in the numerator? 3 power 4, 81 minus 81. Understood this numerator, my children? Right. Come to the denominator. 3 into, what is the value of 3 square? 9. Okay, my children, understood this term? Right. Minus 5 into 3. What will you get? Minus 15 minus 3. Understood, my children? Right. That is equal to 81 minus 81. What will you get in the numerator? 0 whole divided by 2 9s are 18 minus 15 minus 3. What will you get? Minus 18. Understood this denominator, my children? Right. That is equal to 0 by 18 minus 18, 0, which is called indeterminate form, which is an indeterminate form. So this number is not said to be limit of the given function. Remember this point, my children. Don't stop by this step. Don't consider this is the limit of the given function because it is indeterminate form. So in this case, what should we do? We go to some other method. Okay, my children. Right. So I am following factorization method because in the numerator is also polynomial, in the denominator is also polynomial. So according to the function, we follow some other method. So here we are following factorization method. So as x tends to 3, limit x power 8, x power 4 minus 81 whole divided by 2x square minus 5x minus 3 is equal to, okay, my children, I wrote the given question as it is here, is equal to, as x tends to 3, limit, so this x power 4 can be written as x square whole square. Isn't it or not, my children? Can we write it or not? X power 4 can be written as x square whole square minus, here 81 also can be written as 9 square. Square of some number. I wrote first term also square of some number minus second number is also written as square of the some number whole divided by. If you observe the denominator, it is a quadratic polynomial. So to factorize this quadratic polynomial, we use the splitting the middle term method. So 2 3s are 6. 6 ones, 6 minus 1, we get to 5. So 2x square minus 6x plus x minus 3. Just we splitted the middle term only. We wrote the first term and the last term as it is. Observe this step, my children. I wrote 2x square first term as it is, minus 3 also as it is. But we splitted this minus 5x as minus 6x plus x. By simplifying these two terms, what will you get? Minus 6x plus x, minus 5x only. That is why we splitted this minus 5x as minus 6x plus x. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to, as x tends to 3, limit, if you observe the numerator, it is in the form of a square minus b square, where a is equal to x square, b is equal to 9. So this can be written as x square minus plus 9 into x square minus 9 whole divided by. Now let us understood the numerator part, my children. Right. Now come to the denominator. From these two terms, we can take it out 2x common factor. 2x is a common factor. Then what will get? X minus 3. Understood this first term, my children? Right. Plus from these two terms, one is a common factor. So 1 into x minus 3. Okay, my children. Understood this step? Right. See here, my children, we got as x tends to 3, limit of x square plus 9 into x square minus 9 by 2x into x minus 3 plus 1 into x minus 3. Okay, my children? Right. Again we factorize this polynomial. Okay, my children. Right. This is equal to, as x tends to 3, limit x square plus 9 into x square minus, here 9 is written as a square of some number, 3 square. Can we write it or not, my children? 3 square value is 9. So we wrote 9 as a 3 square. Understood this step, my children? Right. Whole divided by, here x minus 3 is a common factor. By taking out this common factor, what will get? 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1. Understood this step, my children? Right. That is equal to, as x tends to 3, limit, this is x square plus 9. First factor we wrote as it is, x square plus 9. Only the second factor is written as like this. Again it is in the form of a square minus b square. So for this second factor we use algebraic identity a square minus b square, where a is equal to x, b is equal to 3. So x plus 3 into x minus 3 whole divided by x minus 3 into 2x plus 1, because a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Understood this step, my children? By using this algebraic identity, we factorized this polynomial. Then we got these two factors. Understood that step, my children? Right. Now we strike out x minus 3. Then what is the function left here as x tends to 3? Limit x square plus 9 into x plus 3 whole divided by 2x plus 1. By eliminating these two, what is left here? X square plus 9 into x plus 3 whole divided by 2x plus 1. Understood this step, my children? Right. In this step, again we use the substitution method. Okay, my children? Right. That is equal to 3 square plus 9 into 3 plus 3. X means here 3. So 3 plus 3 whole divided by 2 into 3 plus 1 by substitution method. By substitution method, we got this step. Understood this step, my children? In this function, I substituted x is equal to 3. Then we got this step. Okay, my children, understood? Right. Now let us simplify this number. That is equal to, what will you get? 3 square is equal to 9 plus 9. In this brackets, we get 9 plus 9 into, what will you get? 3 plus 3, 6 whole divided by 2. Understood the numerator, my children? Right. 2 3s are 6 plus 1. Understood the denominator, my children? Right. That is equal to, what will you get here? 9 plus 9, 18 into 6. Understood the numerator, my children? Right. By 7. Understood, my children? Right. Then let us simplify this number. What will you get? 108 by 7. 18 into 6. 108 by 7. So this is the limit of the given function. Okay, my children? Right. Therefore, as x tends to 3, limit of x power 4 minus 81 by 2x square minus 5x minus 3 is equal to 108 by 7. Okay, my children, understood the question? Right. Now, you try the question number 9 and question number 11, my children. By using the substitution method, you can evaluate the limits of the given function easily. Will you try yourself the question number 9 and question number 11, my children? Right.